Piper and I have been pretty busy. We've been going and really repping that single box multiple times with the toy in the box. I've been taking my Sangee dog. I already know that, you know, she's a 7. With the toy, it's able to fire her to a 10 that she wants it. So very easy to get her to train. So we've already done that singular box. Piper and I have then built out, we've done 2 boxes where I bought a 3rd box into the game. And now you can see we have 8 boxes out to play the game. So it's a simple game. It's a fun game. And one of these 8 boxes is the toy. The toy exists in one of these 8 boxes. So today, Piper and I, what we're going to do now is we're going to play the game where I will use a kennel as a singular trainer. I'm going to lock and load my dog into the kennel. It's not something that, you know, Piper does enjoy going into. So the motivation to get out is to play the game. So I'll load her in. I will come to one of these 8 boxes. I will put the toy in the box. I will go over, and I'm not even going to give her a command on this version of my game. I know we've been talking about going into obedience. I'm just going to fire her out of the kennel. Create a little bit more excitation in her search pattern of the 8 boxes. So I'm kind of getting away from obedience a little bit. Well, we will go into another variation of this game where I will bring her out of that kennel box into obedience, into the game. But right now, I really want to create that high excitation to really get her to search with high energy. Being as she is a Sangee, I don't need to tone her down in any obedience, right? It really helps you tone the dog down. So we're going to go right into this game. So we're going to go with the dog. It will be free, completely able to search any box, however she wants to search the box to find the toy. And then I will put her on a lead. And show you that human interference a little bit. That's why I like to initially really get the dog to enjoy the game without being on lead. Like I said before, I don't like to be influencing the dog in any shape or form. When the human is on the lead, it's inevitable. There's going to definitely be a human influence in the way the dog works. So I like to try to remove that as much as I can, especially in the beginning when we're kind of doing the indoctrination of the K9 to the game. The other things that you guys want to remember when you're watching this is, yeah, you see a straight line right now. You guys can come up with several variations of this game. So you'll see today, I'll have it in a straight line. I can put all 8 boxes together. I can then change all 8 boxes and go into a square shape. I can go from a square shape to a circular shape, triangle. Constantly changing these boxes keeps the dog more and more interested than constantly having to run a right to left or left to right straight line. You'll see we'll have the boxes all over this room. I want Piper to be able to go all over this room and basically do her searching of these boxes. I can put the boxes up on the kennel. Eventually, right, getting the dog to be able to understand, hey, to navigate an obstacle, get yourself up onto the kennels, check that one box because it might be over there. So it's a really cool kind of an Easter egg hunt, right, that I want to do with my organism here in looking for that toy. Once Piper really understands to search these 8 boxes all over this room, then we're able to very easily start to go from just toy to our pairing, which we'll be able to dive into, and then from our pairing of the odor and the toy to then just removing the toy and just having the odor only. Also, again, in the very beginning of this variation of my game, I'm going to have my lids off. Okay, so with a young dog that I'm teaching is game 2, I want to make the game as easy as possible, so I'll let them use their eyes. Very good for chloric dogs to be able to use their eyes because they use their eyes first, sometimes before they use their olfactory. So what I want to do, I'll make it easy, let them use their eyes, and eventually I will slowly take their eyes away to where they'll only have to use their olfactory. And by doing that, it's just simply by putting the lid on top of the box and really making sure that the dog puts their nose deep into that lid before they get rewarded. So if the dog is kind of hovering, I don't want to start to condition the dog with that type of behavior. What I'm really looking for is I want to see the dog really put their nose, really show me that I got that whiff, I got that odor, I understand that's my toy, I understand it's in there, to really show me. Then once they show me that behavior, they do their indication, I will then reward them with popping the toy out of the box. And then praising, right, with high pitch, creating more excitation, with a good boy, good girl, maybe some pets, get a little bit more physical with my canine to really show that she has done such a great job, which will keep her more and more and more. I will be able to build that excitation to where she wants to continuously play my game and she's not bored with my game. So that's kind of a little good introduction of what's going to be going on here, what you're going to be seeing with just the toy in one of these 8 boxes. And I'm just going to rep it and rep it and rep it and rep it over and over and over and over again in as many different situations as I possibly can. Like I said, throwing in loud music, start to bring in distractions after she understands this game. And we'll show you what we're talking about. So let's go ahead and let's get started. I'm going to load toy in box number 5. I use the same box every single time. I come over here. I got Piper already locked and loaded. And all I'm going to do is go, Piper, okay. Piper comes out in the game. I don't know. Oh, good. Got her face, her nose in there. Good behavioral reaction. And I launched the toy like a girl. Simple. That's all it is. Let her run around a little bit within my game. Good girl, Piper. Good girl. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get Piper. I'm going to put her right back in. Piper, here. Good job. All right, Piper doesn't want to give it. Loose. Take my dog. Come on, Piper. Good girl. With a little bit of energy, lock and load her again. Put her in there. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take box 5. I'm going to run box 5 over. Box 5 is going to replace box 1. Put it back here. I use the same box over and over again. I'm going to lock it. I'm going to load it. Boom. I haven't lost a step. Good girl, Piper. Okay. Into the game. Good girl. Good girl, Piper. Awesome. Awesome job. That's all I'm going to do. And I'm going to do that over and over and over again, completely letting the dog be completely independent with no human influence whatsoever. And now all I'm going to do, good job, Piper. Very, very good job. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 8 boxes and I'm going to go random now. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of sprinkle them in the space, changing up the pattern, letting Piper visually look for something a little bit more interesting. Good. Good job. All right, there you have it. how to train your dog to start to search for an odor. Very simple. You can do it with these nice high-end boxes, just because this is what I do all the time. It's very nice to be able to work with these because I can bury them in the ground. I can do so many different things with them, and they clean up extremely, extremely well, and they're incredibly durable. But for you at home, if this is something that you just kind of want to get into as a novice style person, you can use cardboard boxes. You can make your own wooden boxes. You can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get their buckets, flip them upside down, drill a hole in them. You can go and get containers and drill a hole in that, flip it upside down. Anything that you can kind of hide a toy in and get the dog to have to be able to use their olfactory and their eyes. Very, very simple to do. The only thing that I would recommend, it's going to make your job a lot easier. It's going to be able to, it's a great device to help shape the behavior and the indication that we want the dog to do. You want to get yourself a device such as this. It's a ball popping device. You can use a device such as this for a plethora of different activities to train your dog with. It's a great device that can shoot that ball. You know, if you want to teach the go command, if you want to start getting into navigation, teaching right and left, anything, this ball popping device is absolutely fantastic, and it's going to make your job a lot easier. There are several different companies out there that make a ball popping device. You know, again, it's kind of up to you guys. Go ahead and get on that internet and search. We can be more than happy to throw what we use. We use pretty much everybody that is out there because each ball popping device, for me, does something a little different than the other ones. So depending what I am training, depending what I am doing with the canine and what my exercise is, I might use this ball popping device by a K9, Elite K9, or I might use a Dogtra popping device. It might, so the brand will change depending on what I am doing in the training exercise. Now what we're doing, now the dog understands our game, right? They understand the cognitive game of the 8 boxes that we're playing, right? And they're looking for their toy. Now we're going to start the pairing system. We're going to start pairing the odor to the toy, and now that's where we really get to have a lot of fun and getting that dog to use their olfactory, because now they're going to be smelling an odor. And we're going to get into that on our next video. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to click and subscribe. Thanks for watching.